family. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are filming this on Veterans Day, so I want to give a shout out to all of our beloved veterans out there. Thank you for your service to our country. So excited to be here with Mel. She is going to be walking us through the interior decorating process and just giving us some tips and tricks for us new homeowners. Even if you just moved into a brand new spot, whether or not you own or not, it's good to know where to go and how to buy on a budget, right?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
great. So let's just get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into this whole industry and everything.
So I've always been an artsy person. I also play basketball, which you know. But I've always been an artsy person from when I was little. And then going into college, I knew that art or being a creative person was something that, you know, mainly I was going to be doing, but how am I going to going to transition that? I can't just be like, you know, a struggling artist.
Right, how you going to incorporate it to your day-to-day
into
life.
like an actual career.
Yeah.
And I'm really big on helping people too. So I'm like, how am I going to put the two together? So at first I actually wanted to do graphic design.
Okay.
Interior design's always been like a thing, but I never really thought about it. But I'm glad I got into it in college. Because again, I really stuck with it because, again, I was helping people and still be able to use that creative aspect.
Right.
And really just transform spaces so that the users in it, you know, is helping them in the best way possible, especially
So did you just, like, figure, like, this is something I'm good at, or did you find yourself at home, like, oh, this is going to go good with this, let me find this paint color?
The funny thing that you'll hear a lot of people say, especially interior designers, like, in our generation, a lot of people started with, like, Sims or...
that was my game.
I barely even played the game. Like, I would just make, like, mansions and, like, trick them out, like, make them, like, dope, and then
I
would just move, like, millionaires in them, and then I get tired of it, and I'm like... Oh, it's time for me to build. I was like, I was just building houses the whole time. So it was funny that way.
You weren't even like living the people's lives.
No,
you were just building houses.
I was killing them off. It was so bad. But I just knew even at home I would switch things around.
Okay.
So it was like a passion of mine, and I guess I didn't really realize that it was, but.
Okay, and here we are.
Yeah.
So what are some services that you offer to clients?
Yeah, so right now, actually, very new, I've gotten to the home improvement part of it too as well. So right now my day job is I work for Closet America. So we do custom organizational systems, which most people are closets, but again we do like media centers, pantries, garages.
So like coming in, assessing the situation, and like putting up like shelves and making them organized. Okay.
So it's very exact, custom, and especially our company, we have a really great product compared to what's out there. So it's like a really fun company to work. Yeah, so I'm a plug, so if you know, I'll put the email and everything. And then outside of that, again, I do the interior design. And then I'm also an artist, so I paint, so on. A lot of clients ask for artwork and so on. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. There's lots of wall space here that I can use your paintings on.
So anything like creative pursuits as a whole, as a creative, I dip into different things, but those are like, that's my main.
Very nice. Okay, so knowing what you know now that you're fully immersed in this whole interior designing realm, what are some things that you can tell people who just bought a house or just moved out, like tips about buying and furnishing their place, especially when you just buy a house or move out? There's so many things you already spent money on. You're like super on a tight budget.
So honestly, from the beginning, seek help. Don't try to just buy a whole rack of things at first. I see a lot of especially new homeowners, they'll just get stuff like, oh, this is cute, let me put in the space, but then you don't realize how you function in the space, what you're going to use more, and so on. So you don't want to make the wrong decision because you're going to waste money down the line. So honestly, seek design help. You're gonna have to pay for it, but it's fine. There's certain things that you should probably invest more in, so things that you use a lot, like your sofa, sectional, your bed. But then again, when it comes to accents like your coffee table, so on, get it cheap. And don't feel threatened going to a place like an Ethan Allen or so on that we know are very high end, because they have clearance centers. So a lot of those times. Because a lot of my friends, they say, like, I'm not trying to spend thousands of dollars, like, on a coffee table. But then there's the same coffee table in the clearance center.
Right.
That's, like, $200, $100.
So, everything I bought is from clearance. Yeah. Black Friday, actually. Every single thing.
And don't be afraid of IKEA. Again, I try to, stay away from, like, the IKEAs or the Value Cities and so on. You just have to piece it together, and that's why I say seek design help. Yeah. Because you never know, like, the way I could the way I can or other creatives can visualize it.
Yeah.
But again, you don't want to put a whole rack of cheap stuff in your
Right.
place.
And you don't want to move too fast, I assume, because when you first move in, it's like you're excited to furnish, but you're broke.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I was like broke. And it took me a long time to like figure out.
And her place looks good.
Oh, thanks. Girl, I'm gonna need you to come back. But it takes a long time, like you said, to figure out the function of each space.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to invest in places that you're going to be spending the most time in. So for me, that was my living room and my bedroom.
Yeah. So really just making it your own. And I'm going to keep saying that's why I seek help. Just like anything. Like when you're sick, where do you go? The doctor. When, you know, like you're not going to be like, oh, I feel this way, so I'm going to prescribe myself. Like you have to know, because we get to see how, when I come, you know, to a client, I get to see how you're moving around, how you live. If you're going to spend all your time on the sofa or in the kitchen, you want to make sure that that's the way.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. All right. So one question I had was based off like a piece of advice someone told me. I was told that it's always best to orient a room based off like a piece of artwork and take a piece of color or a piece of that artwork and like find your couch, find your rug. How do you go about designing a space? Like where do you start?
Yeah. So I'll do two separate ones. So the concept, so that's where they got like the artwork. So it's always, it doesn't even only have to be artwork. It could be a favorite plan of yours. It could be literally your favorite place to go, like on vacation,
like a
so
theme
on.
maybe.
So it's a concept.
Okay.
So again, I like to work on concepts a lot because that makes it more interesting. It makes it more fun. So let's say we could stick to a piece of artwork. So taking
African art.
Yes. So even taking off of that, so you see all the different textures. You see kind of, you want to use natural like wood, so on. So you pull from that.
Okay.
When it comes to furniture, I always start from ground up, kind of. So I always start with like maybe the rug, because then you don't want to, or you can start with the sofa. But most of the time I do start with the rug. That's just how I am.
You don't want to find a sofa that doesn't go with the rug, or
it might just be, as a designer, that's where I start. Because it's easy, like you could find a sofa that's multiple different colors, but the rug is kind of more so, it tends to be particular, you're very particular about it, so.
Kind of like the centerpiece, if
Yeah,
you will.
but not everybody does that. I know other designers, they may start somewhere else, but me personally, I always start from the rug and then just kind of build my way up.
Okay. So
because when you go up, that's more when you're getting more into the accents, like pillows. So
yeah.
So that's why I start that way.
Would you suggest other people to do that, or just have them reach out to you?
Honestly, I've seen it as an easier process that way. But then again, most of the time, clients, if they do come to me, they already have certain pieces that they want to keep in the space, so I have to work around that. And most of the time, the first thing that people already have is maybe only the sofa, and then they have nothing else. Okay. Then I have to work around that.
Okay.
Some people, they might only have the rug, and then I have to start from that.
Okay. So what are some best ways that we can maximize small spaces? And even the reverse of that, how can we make a large space feel like comfort and cozy?
Exactly. So starting with small spaces. So like, let's say one room. Really think about what you're doing in that space. So if you work from home, or if you want to entertain or so on, how can I make one piece multifunctional? So for the most part, if you are working from home, if you lounge in your space, or if you're entertaining, a sectional might be something that you're looking for. And sectionals don't only have to be, big. Like, there are ones that are smaller in scale that you don't have to worry about. And then in regards to larger spaces, it could be overwhelming. Because then you have all this extra space and you're like, what do I do with this? So kind of breaking that. So breaking that space, where that's multifunctional too, you can have an open concept. So if you have a really big space, one part of it is, it might be more of your intimate space. The other one is where you entertain, kind of breaking that space apart.
So making the most out of any space. Just figuring out what its function is going to be.
Exactly. How do you want to live in this space? It is a big space. I'm overwhelmed. How do I break this apart?
Okay. Do you have any other tips, like wallpaper on accent walls, or like general stuff for designing? So
what I've seen, especially in this area, because a lot of people are conservative or kind of more business-like, we like to stay to neutrals because it's safe. If you want to add color in your space, do it with accents. You don't have to have a blue sofa or a blue bed. You could do pillows, rugs. You could bring it in with vases, so on, accents. You could bring in color like that.
I like that.
A lot of people get scared, like, oh, I don't want to bring color, because then you have to commit to it, especially if you're buying something that's, you've invested a lot of money in it. then you get scared, like, what in 2 years, what if I don't like that green sofa? So when I say pillows and so on, it's easy to switch that out for a lower price. So bring in color in your accents. Artwork, you could easily take that off the wall and so on. You don't have to commit to that with your bigger pieces. That's the one thing that I've seen with a lot of clients where they get scared with color, especially in this area.
Yeah.
When you get more into the Caribbean and so on, then they don't care. They don't
like,
care.
give me that purple couch.
Yeah, everything's of color, but especially in this space, more up north, you get like neutrals or blues.
I wish we could have did the interview in the model home so you could see. They did it really nicely. But it's like a soft gray and pink in the living room area and neutral colors. So my home, for example, is new construction, and I know one of the other girls on the Miss Young Homeowner crew also brought new construction, and we oftentimes are told don't paint immediately, wait 6 months to paint, put stuff on the wall. What is your take on that?
Yeah, they're right. Especially how homes are being built up now, they're going up fast and so on, so you want to make sure that you don't invest in something being done and then you have to repair it down the line. So there's a reason why they're telling you to wait. So just wait a little bit and then
because as soon as you move in, you'll see in like 2 to 3 months, nail pops, cracks in the wall.
Yeah.
And you have to like go back and repair those and then repaint over that.
Exactly. So if you can't just wait and then just have fun with your furniture and so on in the meantime.
So like what could I do? Like if I moved in but I'm so anxious and eager and excited, what could I do in the meantime?
And I guess you're thinking because of like your walls are white and you're like...
Yeah, they're like bare, they're like blown.
And this is where I'm kind of like an advocate for wallpaper a little bit. I think especially where our generation, we're kind of scared of it because we think of wallpaper, we think of like our grandmother's home and so on. If you really do your research or, even if you just Google it, there's a lot of stuff out there that's very modern, very, hip, like the kids like to say. That's not kind of, I feel like there's like a bad word for like
it has
wallpaper.
A bad connotation, like granny looking wallpaper.
And there's stuff out there, again, if you want to add personality to your space, there's a lot of wallpapers that do have texture to it that will add that depth, like I was saying. Cool. So don't be scared of it. It's fun. It's like another form of artwork too that you put on your walls instead of just putting up pieces.
Do you have a favorite go-to furniture store or?
Y'all gonna hate me because I do like the higher end stores, but then again, they work with you. They always have a sale going on. I do like the Ethan Allen's Bassett's, but I also do like Crate and Barrel. There's Home Goods, like for accents.
Home Goods.
For accents. What else? Z Gallery a little bit. They could be a little gaudy, but there's stuff that especially as a woman, as a young woman, there's stuff that adds kind of that personality that you want. I could go down. I could keep listing them, but those are just a few.
Yeah. Okay.
To name.
Well, thank you for being here and giving us your tips and tricks. How can people stay in contact with you?
So I'm working on my website right now, but that'll be coming 2019.
Yes.
But you can follow my design page on Instagram. It's Mel Roy Design. At Mel Roy Design. I guess we'll put it down here.
We'll put it below in the description.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mel, for taking the time to be with us. And if you guys have any questions, please let us know. Feel free to reach out to Mel directly, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye.